Good morning, everyone. It's Amanda from Southern Designs, and I'm here with another Southern tip, another way to help you simplify your office. So this week we are talking basic filing systems. So I know we've spoken a little bit about filing systems in the past. However, I didn't realize. Let me start with a little story while we're waiting for Facebook to send out the notifications that I'm live. But yeah, I've discovered recently that filing is a concept to me which it just happens. You know how to do it. But for some people, I found that the concept of filing is a foreign concept, and they don't understand the concept of how to file and why would you file. So today I'd like to talk a little bit about why we need to file, why having a basic filing system is better than no filing system at all. So yeah, let's just jump right into the content now. So if you're catching the hashtag replay down below. I'd love to hear your comments and your questions so I can come back and come back and respond later on. So as always, ask questions and I'll come back and respond. So basic filing systems. Where do people start? So for most people, let me give you an example. For most people, this is what their desks might be full of, and there's no order, no organization to it, and they don't understand how to take it from this to something that looks like this, which is nice and neat and easy to find. So today I thought we might talk a little bit about the process of going from the pile of paper that I showed you to the folder. So, and that's one of the most basic systems you can have, is just a folder, and putting your paper inside that folder. But if you just take your paper straight off the desk and pop it in without organizing the folder, it's no different to having the paper sitting in a pile on your desk. What you need inside your folders are things like tabs. And we've seen them everywhere, the tab dividers. They're cheap as, and they are the best tool you can have when you're filing, because you can, inside a folder, now whether it be a folder like the one I showed you or whether it be a file inside a filing cabinet, the tabs are brilliant, because you can say you've got a customer file and there's a contract that they need to sign, or you've got invoices with them and you want to keep, say, your contracts and your invoices separate, you can with tabs inside a file. So whether it be a folder or a filing cabinet type file, or even a tray, the tabs can work great in trays as well, because you instead of having the tabs that's inside the tray, you replace the tab with the tray. So you could have invoices in one spot, contracts in another, payments you've got to make, incoming mail, all segregated into areas so that you can work on one area at a time. So this is one of the benefits of having a very simple and basic filing system. Having your workflow for the day organized at the start of each day. So for example, let's start with your trip to the mailbox. Not that a lot of us actually get physical mail these days, but those of us who do, you might start your work day by stopping at the mailbox on the way into work and checking the mail. And then you come in, you open the mail, and instead of letting it pile on your desk in a pile, what you do is, if you've got like a tray system going, you might have incoming mail. So if it's something that you need to deal with straight away, you might pop it into the top tray, or you might pop it into the payments to be made tray or payments received tray, all of those sorts of things. So if you break the mail up as it comes in to the preliminary filing system, which might be your trays, you've then got a bit more control over your workflow, and you can be more focused in your direction for the day. Now, another advantage of having a filing system in place is when you're finished that work has a home. It's just not going to pile up on your desk and make you feel overwhelmed because your desk is covered in paperwork. So you can, by clearing that off your desk, putting it into an organized system, it does a few things. So for starters, it helps your mind feel like you're accomplishing things, because you are not constantly seeing a pile of paperwork to be done. So you know that you're actually getting through that work. So that's a good thing for the mindset. Another good thing about it too is if you're organized by filing, and it doesn't matter what your system is, you'll go to doctor's surgeries or dentists or whatever, and you'll see that they've got the colored codes down the side, or they can find their patient files within moments of actually knowing what the patient file is. So the same thing can apply to your small business. So if you've got a filing system in place, and you know, if you file, for example, most common thing that people file by is name. So if you file by name and A to Z, you know where to look for a customer file or a supplier file. And then if you've got for your own internal records, you still file those by A to Z, and you can look really quickly and find things simply and easily. And what that does is not only does it keep you organized, it means you can retrieve your data quickly and efficiently, which saves you time and money. Because imagine if you had to pay someone to go searching for a file and it took them a whole day to find one piece of paper that you needed to complete a task. How much better if you could lay your hands on that piece of paper within minutes? How much better for your day is that? Because you're not wasting the time then. And the favorite story I've got about this is when I used to work for a printer many years ago. They had 8, 9, 10 filing cabinets, three or four drawers high, and everything was filed away. But it was filed in job numbers, which was fine because the printer needs to know which job number to print with. However, what I used to find being on reception and doing the accounts, customers would ring up and say to me, I need to get my last job printed. And I'd say to them, sure, do you know what the file number is? And more often enough, they wouldn't know the job number of that file, of that job. And so I would have to try and figure out what jobs had been printed for that company previously. And for some strange reason, the people who set the file up before I got there, they didn't record the job numbers against the customer name, which left a big link or a big gap missing between customer and job. So it was very hard to actually find the jobs that we'd done for this customer. So I couldn't get this last job printed for them in a hurry because it was hard to find the actual job that needed to be reprinted. So that was when I sort of looked at it and thought, you know what? It's going to take me about 4 weeks here to do this, but I'm going to reorganize all of the files into an A to Z system. And you know what? That worked brilliantly. It was 6 weeks worth of work, 6 weeks worth of work to actually pull the filing cabinet out, go through like 20,000 printing jobs and actually put them into a customer-based A to Z system. So once I did that, the benefit of that was the customer would ring up and they'd say to me, I need my last job reprinted, please. And I'd say, sure, which job was that? Go to their file, and within minutes, I could have the job out to the print shop saying, can you please reprint this? And the customer needs it by. So that was the big difference. Instead of me taking half a day to a day to find one job, yes, that 4 weeks was a lot, 4 to 6 weeks was a lot of work, but instead of taking half a day to find a job, I could find it within minutes of a phone call and have it out to the print shop for printing. So that actually improved the efficiency of the business, improved the customer service of the business. And that is the power right there in a simple and basic filing system. That's my tip for this week. Embrace the power of a simple, basic filing system. So that's me done for this week. I'll be back next week with another tip. And I'll see you then. As always, this is Amanda from Suthern Designs, and I love to help you simplify your office. Bye for now.